I'm a guy, but I still adored this movie. Let's talk about it.
How's that feel?
I cannot wait to take it off.
Yeah. Welcome to womanhood.
Quick disclaimer, I have not read the book, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I wanted to go into this movie blind without having to compare it to the source material. So now that I've seen the movie, I will be reading the book, and then I'm gonna watch this movie again. And after that, I will make a video comparing the two and, seeing what the book did better than the movie, what the movie did better than the book, what did the movie change compared to the book. We'll be talking about all of that in a future video. But for now, here's my review of Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. It stars Abby Ryder Fortson, who, funnily enough, is Cassie in the first two Ant-Man movies. I just thought that was absolutely hysterical that, they got the same person, and she was great as Margaret. She was really captivating and really takes you through this little girl's journey into starting to become a woman. Supporting, you also have Rachel McAdams, Kathy Bates, and Benny Safdie, who were all fantastic in their respective roles as well. Overall, this was just a really well-acted film. I really saw no flaws in the acting. Kid acting, you have a lot of kid acting here, and it's not all perfect, but that's what you get when you have a lot of kid acting. More importantly, this is the second film written, directed, and produced by Kelly Freeman Craig. The first movie she did was The Edge of 17. If you've seen The Edge of 17, then you probably either love it or you hate it. I happen to be in the more love category, so I had no idea that it was her directing this until today, and I was looking into the movie, just trying to figure out more about it. I was like, holy shit, this might be really, really, really good, because it's directed by Kelly Freeman Craig. And sure enough, it was fantastic. This movie just made me really nostalgic about being a kid. I'm 18 and this character is 11 going on 12. So for me, this was like 6 years ago in my life in terms of her. And although I'm a guy and this movie is a lot about really becoming a young woman, not just a young adult, but a young woman specifically, I had so much to relate to, because the whole thing with becoming a young adult, becoming a young woman, is that when you're younger, you really don't have that much control over your life. So much stuff is going on around you, and you have no control. People are trying to be your friend and trying to make you do these things, and you don't really know what to do because you just want to have a friend. And suddenly you have these plans to go and do something, but your parents cancel it because your parents want you to do something else, and you really can't do anything about it because you're 11 or 12. It's not like you're an adult or even an older teenager where you really have a say over what you do. You really have no say, and you just have to go with the flow of life. And to me, this movie just captures that feeling beautifully. Something I was afraid of with this movie was that towards the end, it felt like they weren't going to tie up certain loose ends that I felt like they left around, but they got to them, and the way that they were just tying every little bit of the story up and really making a good conclusion and a good ending was done so well. I cried multiple times towards the end of this movie as it was reaching its climax, because I was really feeling for Margaret, and I was also just connecting so much to what they had going on. And I really think that everybody who watches this movie will have something to connect to. I think not all guys are going to be a fan. If you're a guy that's really comfortable with certain womanly things like periods and boobs and stuff like that, you might really like this movie. But if that kind of stuff makes you queasy and makes you uncomfortable, you're not gonna like this movie, because it is a lot about that. And it's a lot about growing as a woman and growing as an adult. And it really almost feels like a prequel to The Edge of 17. By the way, this movie is also incredibly, incredibly funny. Like, there were so many times where I just wanted to burst out laughing, but my theater was really quiet, so I had to like stifle my laughs to, keep from really bursting out. I really experienced so many emotions while watching this movie. I think something else this movie does really well is capturing the brutality of younger kids, because when you're younger, you really don't have much of a filter or much of an understanding of the world, so you can be a little brutal sometimes. And this movie doesn't shy away from that. You have random side character kids that are just brutal, and then you also have certain more main character kids who you kind of like at first, but you sort of see some red flags, and then more red flags keep appearing, and you kind of realize, oh, this isn't really that good of a person, which I feel like is a feeling that a lot of people have probably had with friends, where they've been friends with somebody for a little bit, but they've kind of seen some red flags, but they want a friend, so they keep being friends with them, but eventually the red flags just pile up. I really liked this. I really, really liked this movie. 4.5 stars. I think this is better than The Edge of 17, and really look out for Kelly Freeman Craig, because she has made 2 great movies so far in her career and will probably continue to do so. I really can't wait to see what she does next. If you want to keep up with the movies I watch, because I watch a lot of movies, feel free to follow my Letterboxd. The link's in the description for that. And if you like this video and you want to see more, please, click like, subscribe. It really means a lot. And, comment your thoughts down below. Have you seen this movie? Have you read the book? Are you excited for this movie, or are you a little more antsy about this movie? Are you afraid it's not going to live up to the book? Let me know what you think. And another great movie I saw this month was Air. So if you want to go and hear about Air and figure out whether or not you want to go see it, go check out the review right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.